There we go. I I got a new. Sorry about that. Hi, Derek. How's it going? I trust everything went well today. Hopefully. I got a new microphone for my birthday, Larry, and it it's a nice microphone, but I've had some technical difficulties with it. That's weird though because I thought I got it fixed. I used the streaming software to test it, right? Before I went live and I recorded, you can record a video on the streaming software. So I recorded a little clip real quick and the microphone worked. So I don't know what happened there between testing it for video and then going live. I checked the settings while you couldn't hear me there. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that a little further and troubleshoot that a bit and see what happened there because it's a really nice microphone. I guess I can unplug it now. It's like a little podcast mic you get at Walmart. I got it for my birthday from my kids. My son picked it out, but hold on just a second. I got a birthday text. Yeah, sorry. So, one of my buddies that it's like my best friend, but we're so good of friends that we don't have to talk to each other for years at a time. Uh, and I wanted his birthday's in September, but I can't remember the exact date. I want to say it's around like the 13th or somewhere like that, but I can't be sure. I remember his wife's birthday is November 5th, uh, but because that's election day, I've always remembered that. But mine's hard to forget, right? So occasionally we keep up with each other, but I haven't seen him in, God, it's been over a year. Uh, I hope everybody else is doing well. Thank you, Larry. Happy birthday to me. Uh, 38 now. I'm starting to feel it's strange. I feel like I'm getting old, but I still feel like a grown ass kid. So I suppose that's good in some respects. Oh, it has been a rough couple of weeks, though. It has definitely been a rough couple of weeks. We do have the beer cam in full effect for the birthday festivities. We actually have here, and I'm sure I'll go over this again later as people just wander in, but this is an interesting one this week. I have all these growlers, and I swore to myself I was going to take one in and get it filled. I always have this tendency to kind of like make hold on. um, I always have this tendency to make like not bad decisions, but it's kind of hard to choose. And since all the COVID started, you can't sample, right? because obvious reasons. So I picked a peanut butter Hefeweizen, which I've never. Not a lot of people do like really strange Hefes. It's like the wheat beer kind of thing because it's a craft beer. It's a little more like they'll play with it a bit, but they usually stay pretty standard. So seeing a peanut butter one, I got interested, and it's not bad. It's growing on me. I think I'm on my third or fourth pint by now, and it's not doing too bad. Yeah, Bill, and I appreciate that you missed it. That makes me feel pretty good, I guess, in some respects. But yeah, last week, Jesus Christ, child. What, baby?
I forgot which button is play button.
Pause for a break. Let me go get her set up real quick for her nighttime movie. Child. Well, it's always nice to piss yourself for your birthday. She always does that. When I'm doing something, instead of announcing herself, she will come up and tap me and scare me till I need to go change my pants. Crazy. Um, yes, Amos. Good to see you, sir. Happy 47th birthday. Yeah, Derek. No. 30, 38 if I do the math correctly. Not 40 yet, but it's coming. It's a coming. So, anyhow, I figured I would treat myself. Figured I'd grab a growler. The peanut butter, it's not bad because it's there. It's not too strong. The flavor could be a little better, but I mean you're blending at that point. It's kind of rough to catch it right. But I think they did a pretty good job. It's definitely drinkable, and like I said, I think this is probably my fourth pint now. Well, it's my birthday. Once I was in with my daughter, we DoorDash dinner. I didn't have to go anywhere or cook. Uh, and yeah, I'm gonna get lit. Thank you, Amos. I appreciate it. It's a weird thing, guys, because I'm Irish and English, and my last name has an English descent. Um, but my grandmother uh, did a lot of genealogy in her later years, a lot of like reconnecting old family, tracing back. I mean, like 1400s back. And so I'm a good percent Irish. I mean, I can't, accurately describe at what point, probably English overtook some of the Irish, but the basis of my family's heritage is like quite literally Irish, and then somebody at some point married into English, and then they probably lived in Europe for a few generations after that, and more English dilution, and what have you. But I've always said that because I'm Irish and I'm born on St. Patrick's Day, that all of my luck of the Irish just canceled out, and that holds true today, even 38 years in, because case in point. Kind of, in some respects, obviously not the ideal situation. Thank you, fix it. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate the happy birthday wishes. Another mild cause for celebration, at least as far as headaches are concerned, and maybe I will be able to focus my mind after this. I actually had court today to finalize my divorce, if that's not an odd enough birthday present. Don't know how that one got chose, but it was. So we did that. We did like a virtual court, which, I don't usually go to court that often, and I hadn't since COVID, so that was kind of weird. And it was basically, I thought it was going to kind of be this thing, right? And they ask a bunch of questions, and we do a whole bunch of hoopla and all that. And I'm kind of glad at this point that we didn't do like lawyers and all that, because it was like literally 5 minutes. He's like, yeah, you have this paperwork, you submitted it, do you agree to it? Neither one of you's under duress, da 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 da, once we make this decision, we can't go back and change anything, yada, 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 yes, 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 yes. All right, we're good. And it was like literally like 5 minutes. So apparently our paperwork was in order, not exactly messy. And so legally, well, for the most part, until I get the paperwork, but I am an individual again. What's Bill saying? I gotta look over here because I got something else over here that I'm staring at. Asked how she looked in her new dress, and she mistakenly told me the truth. And I mistakenly told the truth. Uh-oh, Bill. Yeah, that's rough. So anyhow, guys. Yes, the good news is that some of that mental stress should be alleviating as time goes forward. And my suspicion is that I will hopefully be able to focus a little more. I actually have a pending offer, which I'm amazed that I'm still getting any offers, but I have a pending offer from a company. It's an overseas company, so nothing too super crazy, but they offered to let me review a tool and gave me a pretty comprehensive list of stuff to choose from. There's an impact, but I want to say it's a 3/8 impact. It's like one of the smaller ones. There's also, and this was kind of interesting to me, there's a pistol grip 12-volt impact. So think of like your electric ratchet, right? But so it uses that same style battery, but it's a pistol grip impact. Now, from the conversion that I did from Newton meters to foot-pounds, it looks like it does about 88 foot-pounds of torque, which doesn't sound too crazy, but when you look at the size of the thing, right? Guys in like California or places that aren't like super rusty, Texas and some of these other areas, Arizona, all the arid places that don't get a lot of rust and snow, I think they would greatly benefit because you have the small form factor, right? But it's actually a rated impact, and a pretty small one at that too. Let me see. I'll go over here to my crazy stuff I have going on. Let's see. First of all, it would have been better for me to know that my audio wasn't working earlier, but we'll leave the YouTube alone for now. Let me go to Amazon and see if I can find it while I got you guys here. And yes, I'm not Renegades here. Holy shit! Now the live stream's complete. Now we got everybody except Mark C's not here. I don't see him yet, but he's busy. I found this out because I'm friends with Mark on Facebook. Oh, what was it? PULITUO. Yeah. Okay. So pull. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna switch you guys over. Bam. Okay. We still got the beer cam. We still got all that. So it's this company in question. Now the manufacturer, I think, has like a different branding, but you know how that goes. This is probably them pushing some stuff out under a slightly different name so that, you know, people will still get things manufactured by them, right? But anyhow, so basically, what I was looking at was this. Oh, it is half inch. Holy shit. Yeah, so it says 400 Newton meters. So if we go here, NM to foot pounds, what the fuck? 1 Newton meter equals 74 foot pounds. Okay. So, what was our, go back. We have 400 Newton meters. That seems high. Yeah, 59 they're claiming is 43 foot pounds. Let's just start at 400. 400 Newton meters, yeah, see that, I don't know if that can be right. They're claiming 295 foot-pounds of torque. That can't be right. But, I mean, it's a Chinese company, right? Backwoods is here! How's it going, buddy? Hope you're enjoying the wrenches. Renegade as well with the wrenches. And I am, I promise. I know, it's been a couple of weeks. But divorce, life, all that stuff, been a little busy. But, I actually got to, you know what? Fuck. I got them right here. See, I tell you guys, like, I'm not lying when I say this stuff. The Master Mechanic, which, if you do not know, is the original Bauer clone before they changed the body style. The Bauer 1.0, I guess we'll call it, has the exact same body, same internals. Even the 2.0 has the same internals. So, fuck it. There's not too many people in here, only the people I care about. So we'll give them away on the live stream tonight. I'm not even going to do a video. I don't have the time or patience to do a video. We'll choose some winners, and I will send those out with my stimulus money that Uncle Joe was kind enough to get to me a year late. We'll get them out at some point later on the live stream. So, the point is here is that 400 Newton meters has to be... Oh, wait, that's... Okay, my bad. Apparently, I don't fucking read. What was this saying? Yeah, 295. Yeah, they're claiming 300 foot-pounds of torque. That seems excessive. What's a good... Come on, guys, help me out. What's a good baseline half-inch impact? Who makes like a... If there had to be like an underpowered one, because I know my Cobalt does crazy things. So let's see. I don't even think they offer it anymore. Shopping. Where's Lowe's? Lowe's. Cobalt Impact. Let's see. Do they have the original? Oh, they do have the original. Okay, so what's this say? 600. Okay, maybe that's not. Maybe they're not lying. Because the Cobalt, this thing will break. I'm sure there are, examples where it may not perform up to par, but I've not had any issues with it. I've taken it to the junkyard, everywhere else, and everything that I've put this thing on, it has broken loose, without fail. And without a whole bunch of stress either. Like maybe it impacts a couple times, but then it breaks right off. So yeah, maybe 300's not so far off. Then maybe it's pretty close. But anyhow, out of everything that they have to offer, that was the one that I was looking at the most. But then I saw this. It's a 3/8. Yeah, this is the one that I was kind of settling on. It's a 3/8 impact, but it's the pistol grip style. And where are we saying? What's the torque rating? Because I remember this one. This might have been the one that's 88 foot-pounds. Where's the? Come on, say something. Say something. Da 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 da. Come on. I did this conversion earlier. What? Where did I find the information? Oh, 120 Newton meters. Okay, so what did we say before? The other one was 400. Yeah, this thing's probably about 88 foot-pounds of torque. But I think this is why I was leaning towards checking this one out. With the 12 volt, right? And I know it's a pistol grip. It's not an electric ratchet. It's not, I mean, it is an electric impact, but it's not like an electric ratchet style impact. There are a few of those. Cobalt makes one. Snap-on makes one. I think Macco makes one. Everybody pretty much makes some version. But I think, assuming that you can get it into the area, I think this thing would serve pretty well. So I was thinking about actually looking at this one and reviewing it and seeing what I thought. I want to see, it says it's only 88 foot-pounds, but I got a feeling, an odd feeling, that if you got the right sockets and adapters and stuff, I bet this thing could pop off lug nuts. I have a feeling I think it could. It might struggle a bit, but I bet that it could. So I might take a look at it. I got to email them back at some point, and then I guess we'll see what happens. But for now, that's what I have going on. I don't know how. I mean, an almost dead channel at this point if it weren't for the live streams. And that's another thing. I do want to thank you guys, that the few of you that do come in week after week, whether I skip or not, and come in, hang out while I ignore the chat and ramble about whatever and drink beer. It is very much appreciated. You guys don't, well, a lot of you are creators. Not everybody has a channel, but it is very important, and I do appreciate it. That might not always come across, but I want you to know that I do appreciate it. And without you guys, right now my channel would be literally all but dead. And I do still care about the channel. It's just, it's like a bomb went off in my life, quite literally. Between work and everything else, and sometimes I get a day off and I just want to sit here. I've been trying to make some of my money work for me and invest some of that around here and there. So that's taken up a little bit of my time as far as trying to make sure that I don't go broke in the next few months. Uh, I own a house now that I am legally separated and there is no contention. I might actually sell that just because I'm probably not going to move back there, and it's not the way I'm renting it out. I'm not really making a lot of money off of it. I'm probably coming close to breaking even, but I'm probably not even breaking even if I really looked at it in like a year to year. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Uh, I do have some ideas, though, and I keep saying this, I know I do. But hopefully, once I come around to making those like a reality, uh, it'll change up the channel, I think, a little bit, but it's still going to be tool related. It's still going to be, tool talk. We'll still have live streams and things. I desperately have to come up with content that I can relatively easily shoot without having a garage. And I can't respectfully even this tool. Like, I'm gonna pull some lug nuts off. I might do some other stuff. I'm still gonna give it away, like I do with pretty much everything. It might take me a couple weeks, but I'll eventually give it away. But I can't rightfully say that I put something through its heavy paces when I don't have a garage and I'm not really doing any heavy maintenance right now. Like, I will not lie to people. I will say, I've done this with it, I've done this with it, I've messed with it for about this long, it seems okay, whatever, this is what I like, this is what I don't, it has enough power to do this, but it's not going to be able to do this, whatever have you. But, so that's kind of, if I was a dishonest person, I could just throw the camera over like one of these desks or workbenches and say, I've been using this tool for 2.5 years, like my Doyle cutters that are starting to rust ever so slightly. And I have used these for quite some time, and still no chips, no breaks, the handles are still there. These, probably one of the best things ever. And if you go way back in my videos, right when Doyle first got there at Harbor Freight, I actually got them to replace a pair of Pittsburgh Pro wire cutters for these. And the reason why I didn't get the Quins was because they weren't the same size. The Quins they had, at least at the time, were only like I don't know, these are like an 8-inch and they were like a 6-inch or whatever have you. So they were smaller, and they tried at first to say I needed to take the Quins, but I was like, no, like I want the same length, and that's the Doyles. So I actually got the Doyles basically for free, and I haven't used them as much recently, but for about the first year, year and a half, I used them pretty heavily, and these things have been a beast. They really have. So I haven't even been to Harbor Freight in quite some time now. I mean, not for anything meaningful, but yeah, I have nothing bad to say about any of the Doyle stuff. The Doyle stuff, I think, for the most part, depending on the individual item you're talking about, are well worth the money. And who was it? Justin Dow? Was it Dow? Was it Dow? Somebody did a video, and they compared them to, what was it? It was like an old, was it Matco? Like, they used the same molding, or it was the same manufacturing from Matco or somebody. It's been, shit, this is probably, going on 2 years ago? It's hard for me to remember all the details. But, yeah, they were basically saying they were clones of a higher quality product. Like an older generation of their products. Which is cool. And I apologize because I know I'm missing the chat. Yeah, 300 foot-pounds isn't that much. It's really not. But I think when you look at the form factor, I think you're going to get this into some of those tighter places. Unless you're going to go with one of the ratchet style impacts. And some of those are even pretty bulky themselves. Now, are there still going to be cases where that's going to work for you better than something like this? Yeah, of course. But technically, it is an impact driver. My real guess here, my honest to God guess, is basically that it's just a 1/4 inch hex driver that they put an anvil on. Uh, that's my suspicion. But it's interesting. It doesn't seem, I don't think it's that common. I'm sure somebody has something like it, but I've not seen it. And I think, a small form factor impact would have its places. So this is where I was leaning. Fix it. And, and they always embellish a bit. So when I was looking at their 1/2 inch impact, which is being rated at half the power of the Cobalt impact that I already have, the only benefit there would be that it's small enough to maybe fit in a few more places, but it's got half the power. Uh, Actually, less than half the power. So yeah, that might be good to throw in like your wife's car for, busting off lug nuts if she gets a flat or something. Um, you get one of these and one of those little cigarette lighter scissor jacks or something like that. And yeah, just about anybody, regardless of their physical uh, abilities, are going to be able to swap out a tire if they need to on the side of the road, which apparently is a thing now. I see so many cars broke on the side of the road waiting for roadside assistance to come change their flat tire. It's not funny. Like, people will not even change their own flat tire. I tell you what, that would be something to do. That would be a thing. And a lot of cars don't even come with spares anymore. But assuming somebody's smart enough to carry a spare, that's what somebody needs to do. Make a kit with an electric jack, like one of them little scissor jacks with the electric motor, plugs into the cigarette lighter, yada, yada, yada. Something simple like that. One of these little impacts, you would have to supply your own spare or donut or whatever, but boom, and with some simple instructions on how to change a tire, I think that would do really good. I mean, that should be an option on the fucking manufacturer stuff, but they upgrade the wrong things. You know what I mean? They worry about navigation and all this other stuff when they should be worried about the consumer experience. If you can't change your own tire, I rented a car not long ago when I went to Detroit, and it had an air pump in the back with like the fix a flat basically like built into it, like a one-time use for the fix a flat. That was it. There was no spare tire. That I mean, I get they're trying to save weight because of the fuel emissions regulations or whatever, but damn, come on, you're gonna take off like the lifeblood of the car, the spare tire. I'm skeptical about Harbor Freight, says Backwoods, but it's either hype or hate. If it works, it works. Well, and that's the thing, is sometimes it can be very hit or miss. And I will say, over even the last like 2 to 3 years, since they've really started changing brands and trying to update their manufacturing, sourcing, and things, it's gotten a lot better. Now, when you're talking Harbor Freight 5 years ago, super hit or miss. Okay, that's the Harbor Freight that a lot of the people that are hating on Harbor Freight still hate on. Nowadays, while I think the prices don't always match what you get uh, in terms of quality, the quality has gotten better. Unfortunately, the prices have kind of gone up with the quality, and they're changing a lot of stuff. No coupons now, and all this. There's more emphasis on the Inside Track Club. All the stuff, everything that I predicted about Harbor Freight, and I have videos talking about it. It's all there. Basically, everything I predicted about Harbor Freight has quite literally happened. Uh, to my knowledge, I was the first one to go onto YouTube for sure and say that, like, we didn't want coupons. We don't want to have to scan anything. We don't want to have to search. Just when the product gets scanned, give me the best price. Like, what's the problem with that? I do not understand, like, the reasoning there. And the reasoning really was because they're getting better money from people that are just rushing in there. They need something. They don't have time to fiddle with the coupons and all that. And they get an extra, 5%, 10%, whatever the coupon discount would amount to, sometimes 20%, depending on the item. And that's where they enjoyed taking those profits. But now they've realized. I have a whole video about how I was tired and a lot of other people were tired of the Harbor Freight coupon game. And like probably about a year later, they get rid of coupons. Very interesting. All of my predictions had come true. And I don't toot my horn too much, but that one I'm really kind of proud of, because everything that I've said about what's going on at Harbor Freight, basically since starting my channel, has come to fruition. I even said the same thing about all the new products, all the new lines, all the manufacturing changes. I didn't go that too much into Icon because I still... Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, I still haven't bought a single thing Icon. But I knew it was hype. Just the way they came out of the gate, they're giving everybody, well, not everybody, but they're giving people free toolboxes just to talk about them. And you could do that quietly. But and I know, and they know, if you give a YouTuber who does videos on tools a fucking toolbox, sorry Bill, a fucking toolbox, before release date, hold on, before release date, they're gonna do a video on it. They might do 2 or 3, and some did 4 and 5. So they knew what they were doing. And I don't hate on any of the individual YouTubers who received those. I do question, and did question at the time. This is one of the reasons I don't go to that side of YouTube anymore. I question, if you're given a $10,000 toolbox for free, right? You need to do as unbiased a review as humanly possible, because of the monetary value. Now, you can argue that, I can't resell it or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's still a $10,000 toolbox that you got for $0. So that was my main contention there, was if you're going to review said product, and I would hold myself to the same standard. I'd be busting out digital calipers, micrometers. I'd be analyzing the gauge of the metal, and I wouldn't just be going off of whatever the brochure said. We'd be going through piece by piece. But that's what the point that I made at the time was, you really got to take this from like a non-argumentative scientific side of things, to where people can accept it or not, but at least they can't dispute that, you're spitting mostly facts and not your opinions, because the monetary value and the award of the toolbox itself just kind of screams like it's going to be unbiased. If someone gave me a $10,000 car for free, I don't care if it breaks down the next day. It's still a great fucking car, a great deal. I love this car. You know what I mean? You just can't. Why? No, you're not even at work. Why are you sending me pictures? Hold on. This is my work phone. It could be. You never know what it is. Oh, sweet, guys. All right. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, you're not going to be able to see this very good with the reflection, but I ordered, oh, it's not going to focus. I ordered a carbon fiber black hard hat for work because I'm fucking special. That's why. Sorry, Bill, if you're still here. I haven't seen you in the chat in a minute. Hey, Josh. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, that was my point at the time, was if you're going to do a review of a high dollar item for YouTube, you have to try your best to take your opinions out of it. Or give the damn thing away. Like, I mean, I know, don't get me wrong. I'd be more than happy to have something like that too, and I'd be giddy. But that's one of the reasons why you almost shouldn't keep any of the stuff that you're really given for free, is because it's still it's still yours. If you own it, you're not gonna be as hard on it. Who was it? Yeah, I got you, most of you all in here. I forget. Was it you, Bill? Bill, you got the, yeah, it was Bill, wasn't it? Bill got the, Tack Life 3/8 ratchet? I think I'm correct on that, right, Bill? I'm trying to remember. I do so many giveaways sometimes it's hard to keep track. And as a matter of fact, AMC, yeah, who passed that up, did tell me to send him stickers. And I haven't. And that's a really easy thing to do, and I've just been lazy. I have the envelopes and the address and everything I need, and I just haven't done it. But, Bill, have you gotten a chance to use the electric ratchet yet? Right, and that's one thing, Backwoods, that's one thing that I mean, people could say whatever. I have only really a handful of Harbor Freight videos. And in my defense, when I was doing a lot of Harbor Freight videos, I was doing a lot of shopping at Harbor Freight. I had a lot of projects and stuff going on. And yes, in a lot of those cases, especially for me here, not being a professional mechanic, it's a lot easier just to run to Harbor Freight and grab something. But yeah, like, I did a handful of videos on Harbor Freight, mostly responding to a lot of the drama and the dumb stuff. I never really did any videos for any kind of clout or anything like that. I mean, most of mine were probably dogging Harbor Freight more than talking good about them. Well, the Bauer Tool video, the coupon video, the Inside Track Club video, which I'm still an Inside Track Club member. I haven't even been there that long. Been there in that long, so I probably need to go and spend some money to get my membership worth for this season. But yeah, I'm still a member. I still shop there. I don't hate them, but everybody just uses them for so much clout. Now, if you're doing a video, like CP did, I think it was a video, early on, where he showed his, like, Franken cart. Like, it was like a 4-drawer, if I remember right. It was like a 4-drawer cart top underneath of a 5 drawer cart top. So basically, it made like one big giant uh, tool chest, tool cart that he rolled around. He did something like that. That's been a couple of years now. That was right when he, if I remember correctly, that was right when he started. And if you're doing something like that, where you're trying to show what you did with something, or whatever have you, or you have a tool and you're giving like a review, this did good for me under these circumstances, or it failed me under these circumstances, I'll kind of respect that. But you can just tell when somebody's like using Harbor Freight for clickbait. The Earthquake XT electric ratchet is the best thing in the world, and it's a snap-on killer, and get the fuck out of here. Sorry, Bill. Sometimes I cuss. It's my birthday. I get a couple, right? And I have, this will probably be my last pint for a minute of the peanut butter hefe. For those of you that weren't here, Josh, cover your ears. This is a peanut butter hefe Weizen from Rusty Rail called Fool's Gold. It's 8% ABV, but you don't see a lot of very odd flavored Hefe Weizens out there. The peanut butter is a really weird choice, but it works pretty well. It's drinkable. It's not as strong as you would think. Like people say, it's a peanut butter flavored something, and you kind of like get this idea. It's really not that bad. It's kind of just like a nutty aftertaste. But I got some other stuff in the fridge. I bought this little 4-pack of, I forget the name. It's an imported fruit beer. Hold on. Now I gotta go. That's right. It's a Lambic. So it's a 4-pack imported Lambic. Oh, it's not wanting to focus. Yeah, Lambic beer. And so there's 4 different fruits. One's cherry, peach, raspberry, and apple. Yeah, apple. So we will be cracking these open at some point, on or off camera. Let them chill there, because this ain't going to last long. Oh, thank you, Renegade. I appreciate it more than you know. It's been a very interesting birthday. I don't think you were here earlier. My divorce got finalized today. I had court. Congratulations to me for a weird birthday. But yeah, that got finalized. I'm still waiting on the paperwork, but technically it's official that part is over, and hopefully I can start focusing on some other things. I'm giving away tools. Like, see, and that was the other thing. I paid, what was this? The Bauer kit, 1 battery, carry bag, charger, and the 1/2-inch drill. Paid, I want to say it was $59 at the time. It better have been $59 with a coupon, maybe. But then I think I paid like $89. I'd have to go back. I did a video. I'm sure I probably talked about it. Paid a little more for this one, but it comes with 2 batteries. So, I mean, take that as you will. I don't know what a Bauer battery costs nowadays, but you get 2 batteries with the master mechanic. So, I kind of think that's a better deal. And that just goes to show you, too, that they come from the same manufacturer. So Bauer literally could include have a better kit and include more value in it, charge a little more for it, but they just want those cheap prices. Somebody just wants a drill with a battery. Whereas True Value recognizes that if you're going to buy a half-inch drill specifically, you probably got some stuff to do. So you're going to need more than one battery, and one can hopefully charge while you're working with the other. It's a quick charger, so it charges in about an hour. So it's the idea behind it. I just don't see Harbor Freight. They're not. They're more worried about people's cost rather than people's experience, in my opinion. Yeah, fix it. I would agree with you. I would definitely agree with you. Um, at work, one of the guys early on, we wanted a tech cart, and the first one we ordered was a 4-drawer cart. Granted, it was not the Harbor Freight, but it was one we paid considerably more for um, through other sourcing. But it was still a 4-drawer tech cart. I mean, if there are any differences, they are very slight from the Harbor Freight 4-drawer tech cart. And it is, you're right, especially compared to the 5-drawer. It's just junk. It's literally junk. Um, and he wanted to keep that one, and that was fine. All the rest of us, after seeing what he went through, ordered the 5-drawer carts, and I'm still not super happy with it. Okay, uh, it's still not my favorite. I think I would be more happy with Sunex, but then again, I don't use a whole lot of anything day in and day out except my cart to roll around. So, and I don't have a shit ton of tools. I'm not working on a bunch of crazy stuff. So, I mean, the 5-drawer cart does what I need it to do. It's workable, but it's even that. It's not super great. I don't know why some of these guys just rant and rave about it when, again, you're going to pay more, but it just seems like there's so many more options out there. A small Sunex cart with the full drawer setup, you'd be able to take a good portion, like half your main toolkit, you could just transfer into that or keep in that and roll that around with you. A lot less trips going back and forth. I guess maybe that's the difference between a mechanic and industrial maintenance. Because we are normally in some kind of plant or manufacturing facility of some kind, data center, whatever have you, and we have to traverse distances often. So when we go to a call, or at least any of the good technicians, like to attempt to take as much as we can, as easily as possible the first time, so that we don't have to go back and forth for this or for that. So, in my last job before working at the Amazon facility, um, I carried a tool bag, and it was probably upwards of 10 to probably 15 pounds, give or take. And I had everything. I had ferrules, I had crimpers of 3 different kinds, wire strippers of a couple different kinds, a full set of wrenches, SAE and metric, just all kinds of stuff. Sensors, all the common sensors and things that we used, some specialty sensors just in case. Um, I kept everything that I pretty much could fathom to carry around in that tool bag. Electrical tape, butt connectors, if a wire broke, whatever. And extra sensor connectors. If the sensor connector got damaged, you could, wire up another one. Just all kinds of stuff. I kept like one or two of everything in that bag so that if I went to a call, chances are, barring anything super crazy, I was going to be able to fix it when I got there and not have to run back and forth to my toolbox. If I had to go back and forth to my toolbox, it was like a bigger, more serious job. And a lot of guys didn't do that. And a lot of guys took a lot longer on their repairs, which unfortunately that wasn't something that was tracked. But, I don't know. For me, it's important. Try to take everything you can. And that's when you're a mechanic and you're in a bay and your toolbox is right there. Who fucking cares, right? And that's why I don't understand why the mechanics maybe are so up on the Harbor Freight tool cart, is because you're not even going far. Your shit's like right there. Like, why are you might maybe have a couple of bays to work on. Sometimes I know, like some of the techs do, and that might save you a few steps. But in the industrial world, we're talking distance. Some of them have like golf carts because their facilities are so big, and they'll load up the back of the golf cart. They'll have a toolbox or something on there, and they'll have, like I said, pretty much everything that can stand to fit inside that, hoping that when they go to a call, they'll have everything they need to fix it. Oh, Power Stroke Jude's here. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I haven't caught as many of the TTS events as I would like to. I've hopped into a couple of them with my very short attention span. I have seen them, so I do want to congratulate you guys on getting something completely different. I've not seen anything quite like that going on in the neighborhood, so very happy to see that. I hope you guys are enjoying some success there, but my attention span has been shattered into that of a goldfish, which they say actually remember more than we think by urban myth or whatever, but it's still not very much. So yeah, I have about the attention span of a goldfish right about now. Plus, as I said earlier, I have been doing some investing. Very light. No, I did not YOLO all my money into GameStop or anything like that, but I have been trying to make a little bit of my money work for me, and that requires a little bit of thought, right? So that's taken up a little bit of my time too. Actually, on my YouTube, like suggestions, I will say I've watched like a couple of things over the last, I don't know, call it month or so, just like odds and ends for entertainment, or like a few of the things I've been doing here recently were like, movie clip suggestions would come up, and I'd want to watch them because they're funny or lighthearted or whatever. And man, I challenge you guys. I challenge you guys completely to change up your YouTube watching for like literally one day. Just what, and it doesn't have to be crazy. Just whatever else you're into, whatever movies you like, or whatever subjects you find interesting, just whatever. For like one day, only watch videos of like a slightly different caliber. Don't watch like tuber videos and tool review videos or whatever you normally watch. Kind of switch it up and just watch how much the YouTube algorithm changes what it suggests to you. Like, I have to literally search out people's videos. I used to watch Bruce's videos, Bruce L, every time he put something out. I missed a couple. I'm human like anybody else. I missed a couple. It does not even recommend me. I went to his channel the other day and saw that he had put out like, it's probably like 6 or 10 videos. since the last one that I can specifically remember that I watched. And I was just like, wow, that's really weird because I normally I get the notifications. Even with the bell on, all notifications, I think if you're not really clicking on them when they come up past a certain point, it stops showing them to you. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, well, the real estate that I have, Larry, is a house, and I'm probably gonna sell that. I would probably come out net positive to some degree, but not hugely. Nothing that's going to change my life or make anything else easier. But for now, that's probably the best bet because I'm pretty sure I'm losing money on it month to month. So, well, I know in the grand scheme I'm definitely losing money, but month to month I think I am too slightly. So I might sell that, but um, I will say this, and Larry, and I'm not at all belittling gold or silver by any means. There's been a lot of funky stuff with silver lately. There was a little pump they were trying to do a while back, um, and there was reasons for that. All the hedge funds that were shorting GME are heavy into silver. So they put out a bunch of news articles saying that silver was the next big thing, the big thing to jump into, and silver of course skyrocketed, and that actually helped them clear some of that debt obligation that they had on the GameStop stock. So there's been some price manipulation. I mean that there always is to some degree, but some heavy price manipulation in like silver, for example. But um, and I'm going to tell all of you guys this. The few of you that are watching, it'll be a quick sidebar. And again, you can think what you want. I'm just going to tell you what my research has taught me over a long period of time, but I have looked into it more and more and more as time has gone by. Bitcoin is not, it is a cryptocurrency, but it's not ever going to be used as a form of real payment. It's already surpassed its ability to do that. There are more up and coming cryptocurrencies and things that are going to fill that space of an actual usable digital currency. And I'm not going to go into what those are either, but there will be at some point a digital currency that rivals, if not surpasses, the US dollar. But for now, Bitcoin is now more of a store of value. So there is a market cap on the coins for Bitcoin. It's 21 million Bitcoin. A bunch got lost over the years. People lose access to their digital wallets. Mt. Gox, which was an early exchange, got hacked, and millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin all but disappeared at that point. So there's an estimate currently somewhere between 3 and 5 million Bitcoin are lost forever. So there's your 21 down to somewhere between 17, 18 million. Let's call it 18 million. Okay, just to be safe. So there's 18 million Bitcoin in existence. That's all there's ever going to be. Now they are continuing to be mined, and they will finish being mined by 2140, but the amount that get mined over time goes less and less and less and takes more and more computing power, so they're harder and harder to mine. So basically within the next 10 years, all the Bitcoin that is relatively easy to be mined will have already been mined. So Bitcoin has always been compared to a digital form of gold, right? A store of value. So now let's think about this. As an investment, and in the future, the next 10 to 20 years, there are only 18 million Bitcoin that are ever going to exist, somewhere in that range, right? So there's only 18 million. Most of anything that's being mined or created uh, from now into the future is being bought up by investment firms and hedge funds and these millionaires that have the money to buy it at over market value. So say Bitcoin's at 55,000 a Bitcoin. They go to these people and they go, we will pay you 65,000, but you have to sell it to us. It doesn't go to market, it comes right to us. So there's less Bitcoin in circulation, right, than ever. It's like there's more now than there ever will be, and it's only going to get more scarce. So there's 18 million Bitcoin in existence. There's 7 point what billion people on the planet. If you even own a fraction of a Bitcoin, you have taken hundreds of thousands of people out of the ability to ever own Bitcoin, right? So follow me here. 7 some odd billion people going up every day, only 18 million Bitcoin. So 10, 20 years from now, they're projecting, and it isn't going anywhere. You can listen to whoever you want and think whatever you want, but it is not going to go anywhere. It's only going to go up. They're saying to be considered wealthy in the future, 10, 20 years from now, if you own half a Bitcoin, a whole Bitcoin, some even claim as low as a tenth of a Bitcoin, will make you a millionaire 10 to 20 years from now, because it's going to be so scarce and so rare. And some of the large holders that hold, some of them hold hundreds of thousands of these coins, are just going to sit on them. They know what they have. So as far as investments go, unfortunately, Bitcoin is more rare than gold is ever going to be. And there are so many people that are now analyzing the market and say that it is going to double, some even claim triple, gold's market cap. So it's going to be metric or SAE Bitcoin. I like that, Mark. Welcome to the stream, sir. But yeah, just a quick sidebar. It's not financial advice, and of course I'm not telling you what to do. But you got to think about that. When I say there's only 18 million Ferraris in the world, and you can buy a fraction of one right now for a few $100s, and then nobody that you know will most likely own this in 10 to 15 years, and you actually have a piece of it, you can kind of think that that's going to be worth something. It's food for thought, maybe something to look into. Rarity goes a lot further, I think a lot of us have seen, than maybe something's intrinsic value, which is debatable with something like Bitcoin, but I think it's definitely something to be thought about, and it's still easily purchasable right now. I have some, I don't have a lot, I'm not going to lie to you. I only got a few $100s in it at the moment. I have more money in other stuff than I do in Bitcoin, but that's not to be said that I have some of it. And by having some of it, you've taken a whole different class 10 to 15 years from now, when it's all but gone for public consumption. Millionaires will be fighting over what you have. So then, as you know, supply and demand, if that's the case, then you set the price for what you have, right? If it's extremely rare and nobody's got it, and a lot of people want it, and a lot of those people have money, that's up for interpretation. But I digress. So that's one of the things I've been investing in. A little bit of cryptocurrency, a lot of stocks, and a few things. And stocks, I'm losing my ass because every time I think I'm doing okay, the Fed jumps in and makes some announcement, or some fucking somebody somewhere does something, and then just whatever I buy tanks. It's like I buy something, and then somebody picks up a phone and goes, hey, yeah, he bought. Yeah, tank it. Tank it right now. And just, I have so many things that I'm waiting to go back up before I can even attempt to exit my position because I've lost so much. It's not funny. Stocks are a very weird thing. It takes a lot of time to perfect. But I have made money on some. There's some I've made money, doubled money, and pulled out already and been fine. It's just, it's such a dicey game, and right now we're on the edge of, like, a lot of people are saying that there's a collapse coming or a severe recession. Hopefully that's not the case, but the stock market's been trembling a little bit from those rumors, so it's been kind of rough. Dano! What's going on, buddy? Technology behind, yes, there is, man, we see, this is why I love my live streams. You guys, you hang out, you listen to me ramble. I ignore the chat half the time. I really do appreciate you guys. I really do. I can't say it enough. Happy birthday to me. I definitely appreciate all the birthday wishes. But there's a son of a bitch, you're going to make me pull it up. What's it called? Hold on, let me pull up my account so I can make sure I quote it right. Because there's it's an AI thing that I just bought. I bought some the other day, and it started going down, of course. And so I bought more. Is this the one? I think this is the one. Let me look. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Let me view details. This is, and I'll throw it up here so you guys can see what I'm showing you. This is not investment advice. I have to say that if you've watched any of the financial YouTubes. So here I am on my TD Ameritrade account. This is stock. It is a pink sheet, but it's AITX, Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions. It's common stock. It's trading right now at 12 cents. Over 10 years, of course, when it first came out, you know, there's always that huge pump and then a drop. So it's dropped really low, but there's been a lot of good information and news about it. I mean, I'm not expecting any, like, rise to the stars anytime soon, but I mean, they could develop a new sensor system for a fucking Roomba. They could, I mean, do anything. But to my knowledge, most of what they do is centered around autonomy and self-driving vehicles and cars, GPS location, and, you know, precise GPS location, and, you know, spatial awareness. So I think I started at like 11, or no, I started at 12. It dropped to like 11 or something. I got some more, but yeah, I currently have, it doesn't show my position. Where does it show my position? There. Okay, yeah, here we go. My position. 2,750 shares at an average of 12.2 cents, $330, and that's at a loss, so I actually put more than that in. You know, I'll throw a couple $100 at something, especially something like this, because this is what, my God, we're so far from anything that resembles a tool live stream. So this is what you see. Let's go to the 3-year, because this is obviously, okay, so this is what you always see, right? Either, you know, a company's going to die. Well, a lot of things pump like this when they first come out, and then there's kind of like the resistance that gets built and the stability of consolidation in the price. So then you see this, and this is what you always fucking see with a company. Sorry, Bill. This is what you always see is these prices where something's down to like so low, and then just all of the sudden somewhere, 21, 22, 2023, who knows, I'll hold on to this forever because it's like a $300 lottery ticket, right? So I'll hold on to it, and then just you always see this, it's at nowhere, and then all of a sudden the company does something, they get a contract, they develop this new something, da 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 da, and then it just skyrockets. So on stuff like this, like autonomy, like you're saying, of course, like it's even the most defunct company, if in the right industry, is going to do something. And that's my bet here. I also have another one that's like a health management. I'll go back to the regular way. We're not going to analyze stocks. But I also have another one that's like a basically like a health management corporation, or like, healthy lifestyle and da da da, all this. But it's like, it's a pretty big company. They're doing some things, da da da, but they're still low. They're still really low on their stock price. So I bought like 40,000 shares for next to nothing. I've already doubled my money in that, and it's not shown any. It's funny. This is one of the only ones that I bought. It went up, and it has not even come close to going back down to like my original purchase price or lower. So I bought it like, say, no, it wasn't even 9,000. It was like 6 thousandths of a cent, and it went up, and it will not come back down, because I said if it goes back down, I'm going to buy more, and it won't. It just isn't going back down. So now it's trading at like 1.6 cents per share, and I have 40,000 of them. So if that thing ever goes to like $5 one day, boom, minus capital gains tax, it's a nice down payment on a house or something. Boring. Let's talk about candles. Did anybody buy the race fuel candle? Because I didn't. Like, what was it, the 110 octane or whatever they called it, candle? Because I didn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it for whatever reason. I chose not to. I probably fucking should have. I'm sure I still could find it, but I bet the promotion's already done. My favorite candle company, and this is going to sound a little crazy maybe, is the Woodwick Candle Company. They put like a thin piece of, I don't know, cedar or some very porous wood as the wick in their candles, and it works really well, right, from a candle standpoint. Kind of surprising, because all the pioneers used like string and shit, but maybe that was because they were dipping and they didn't have like vessels to put candles in. But anyway, they use wood for wicks, and it's really cool because when you're burning like a wood wick candle, it's got like a crackling, and popping like a campfire, obviously on a smaller scale, but it's a little more ambiance, I guess, than just a candle burning. Like this one, I got it behind my growler. I can kind of smell it, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch of light. Obviously, I'm not focused on the candle as much. I do like the lemon mixed with the lavender. That is becoming very, very favorited by me, so we'll see what happens in the near future. But it is a nice candle. Yankee does make some good stuff as far as fragrances are concerned, but I feel like, they're the Tesla of candles. Like, it's just popular for the sake of being popular, not necessarily the best. And we'll see what happens with that. Apparently, Tesla is getting a bunch of competition coming up soon, and they say that their market share is going to drop. I mean, obviously, it kind of has to, right, as competition enters, but we'll see. I've never been in a Tesla. I'm sure I would be happy to have a Tesla, but they're saying that some of these other competitors that are coming out are going to be as good, if not better, and I guess that will be remain to be seen. I know the Chevy Volt was catching on fire when they first made those. That was a mess. All right, fix it. I do appreciate you hanging out, and appreciate you not getting mad at me for ignoring the chat. Nope, can't waste my money on candles. Yeah, definitely don't waste your money on candles. Not Yankee ones, anyway, unless they're on sale. Mark will let you know if there's a promo code. Okay, we're almost up to the fruit beer. How bad are these? What's the... Oh, shit, it's got active yeast in it. That's always good because it can sometimes incrementally up the alcohol by volume. It's never really a lot unless you age it for like years. Where is the... It does not say... This is great about a lot of foreign beers and alcohol in general. Well, maybe the liquor does, but the beer for sure. This doesn't even have the alcohol by volume on it. It's not even listed. So we're going to find out. Drank about 3/4 of a growler of this 8% beer. And then, yeah, we're going to see what this does. We'll let the chat decide. Anyone check on tool sales and deals? Most of the people on here, Mark, a good portion of them do not have Facebook. The few that do probably only do for their YouTube channels. But yeah, I did notice something. And hold on, I will pull this up for you guys now. Boom. Da-da-da. Switch over. Da-da-da. Okay. So, I know I talked about this on the last live stream, which has been a while ago now. But, finally, for the 2021, SK Steals and Deals actually has stuff on it again. So, we are happy to see some things here. Now, you got a pneumatic bolt rattler, square drive for a, pneumatic hammer, chisel gun, whatever you people call it, actual chisel, 5/8 inch, long flat chisel. That's actually a really good deal for SK. 12-inch 3/8 extension. That's half price. Well, pretty close to half price. That's pretty good. The SK gloves are on sale for $22.99. No matter what your size, well, medium through extra large. 12-inch tongue and groove pliers for $25. Some sockets, individual sockets. They're really good for the individual sockets on and individual wrenches and just individual things on here. So you can catch some pretty good deals. Sometimes if you're looking for something specific, here's a 5.5-inch locking impact extension. Pretty nice thing to have. Some more sockets, impact obviously. The 10-ounce soft face hammer, that's a pretty good deal, and the faces should be. Don't quote me, but I'm 99% sure. Pretty much all of these soft face hammers, the uh, the faces are replaceable. You can buy replacements for them. So that's something good. 9-inch linesman pliers, $33. Not the best deal there. Ooh, what the fuck? 24-inch, half inch, 24-inch long, half-inch drive, locking impact adapter. Holy that is worth $44.99 every day of the week, because if you find a situation where you need that, you're gonna need that specific thing. Holy hell. 24-inch extension? That's sweet. Um, the SK, the new style, 3/8 drive, 90 tooth, fixed head ratchet. Still kind of wish there was some knurling on the handle, but not bad. Uh, internal retaining ring pliers, external retaining ring pliers, the 5-piece 12-point metric, deep offset boxed in wrench. Um, that's a pretty good set. $103 is a lot, but it is the deep offset, so there are going to be those situations. Half-inch drive, inch-pounds torque wrench, but it says it goes up to 3,000, so that's probably a normal torque wrench for the most part. And then, of course, for the amazing price of not that much, 3/4 inch, 6-point standard fractional impact socket set. So it's standard, $463. That's mainly for your tradesmen and people like that, and you get a little extension with it, and your socket set and a swivel adapter. It's pricey, but according to them, it's about half price, so not too bad. But it is good to see some things on here again. This has been empty, to my knowledge, up until the other day when I checked this, and I saw some stuff on here. I posted it over on the Tool Sales and Deals page. Or wait, no, I didn't. I did post. Oh, that was the other thing. Century Trading Company, and I'm sad that Fixit's gone, and I just now am mentioning this. But the Century Trading Company is having a spring sale on some SK stuff and a bunch of other stuff at their store. You can shop online at centurytradingcompany.com, I believe. Let's find out. Boom, boom. Okay, not Facebook. Boom. Yeah, centurytradingcompany.com. They are in their spring sale. Goes through the 20th. You can buy stuff online. I think that's gotten better since the last sale and the last video that I did. I think that's gotten better. For instance, let's just see. Oh yeah, buy it now. Okay. So, and shipping is calculated at checkout. So, while it's a small shop, guys, it's a small shop. It's one of a kind. It's not some corporate conglomerate. You're not supporting, a place that doesn't care about its employees. It's a very small hometown kind of place. They looks like they have worked a lot on their online store, and that's a good slogan for them. It's always worth the trip. If you're local anywhere in Ohio or Eastern Indiana, it's pretty much worth the trip to go up here. And I can tell you, half of the stuff that they have that's discounted, marked down, otherwise their offerings aren't even listed here. They probably list like their big items, their things that circulate often. The stuff that I found in store, I was there for probably close to 2 hours. walking through the store. And every time I made a lap or another pass through an aisle, I found something else that I either had to pass up on, that I didn't necessarily want to, or that I actually went ahead and bought. I mean, you guys saw the video, if you did watch it, from my trip, and I bought a lot of stuff. They do, and they're not showing a lot of the SK stuff on the online. I mean, I'm sure you can. Yeah, American made. I'm sure there's gonna be. Yeah, that's mainly the SK. Mainly. There's 3 pages of this. There's some hard hats, pry bars, ooh, a big ass chisel set. That's pretty nice. And then the snap ring plier set, small punch set, some other things. But all these things here are made in America. Welder's pencils, 1/aught welding cable, $2.50 a foot. Eh, it's not huge, but it's not bad either. So nothing too crazy under the American made, but I can assure you that go back. I can assure you the SK deals. Um, this is not it. When I their SK stuff is probably 50% off. Like you're seeing these markers here that say 50% off list. If by chance, and there's not many of you that can, but if you can get to the store, there is a ton of SK stuff 50% off. That's where I bought all those ratchets last, it was probably about 6 months ago. What was it? About November? For the Black Friday, Thanksgiving sale or whatever. I bought a bunch. Well, I bought the 3/8 flex head stubby. I bought the 3/8 long handle in a 1/4 inch body. There was some other stuff too, but yeah, I mean, I got those for Harbor Freight prices. I mean, I may be exaggerating slightly, but not by much. Literally, Harbor Freight prices. Definitely lower than Icon prices. I got good quality, made in America stuff for, a discount. So don't sleep on your hometown hardware stores and things, man. Guys, get over there, find out what's going on. Sometimes they have these deals and these sales, and I mean, dude, like the Jackson hard hats, made in America. Okay, that's good. And I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. I can't see, but that might actually be an electrically rated safety hard hat. It's probably not, but there's a chance that it could be. Doesn't really say a whole lot. Like I said, they're still coming up on their online listings for stuff, so they don't have like a lot of the details and things of every specific item. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's not electrically rated, but even if you're just looking for a hard hat, $12. That's not bad. And it's made in America. So how can you hate on that? Alright guys. There's a few of you still here in the chat. I'm going to put you back on the webcam main. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and then I'm going to pop open one of these fruit beers. So, I'll let you guys pick, and I'll see what it says when I get back. I got raspberry, I got apple, I got peach, and I got cherry. So pick between those 4 to decide which one of these I'm going to crack open and try. let's see what the verdict is. Okay, I got 3 apples and a cherry, so I'm going apple. That's what I see. I just got a 1/4-inch standard set from SK with the snap-on stuff I got. Yeah, that's nice, Dano. Where did I put there? Oh, my 50 cal bottle opener. All right. Let's see what this thing's all about. I've never tried these before. This is I think I've had a Lambic, but not these. And I think the Lambic that I had was from the States here. Uh-oh, that smells really good. Okay, so this is what it is. Lindemann's Apple Lambic. Again, have no idea how strong this is, so if I fall over, I'll probably wake up in the morning. Oh, holy shit, that's good. It tastes like apple juice mixed with apple cider, if that makes sense. It's like really close to that. Tastes like, yeah, kind of like fermented apple juice. Oh man, real heavy on the apple. Oh god, that's good. That's dangerous. That's real dangerous. I could just drink that stuff. Oh, that's really good. It's like 13 bucks for the 4-pack. Not too bad, really. So Beer Studs toolbox footage. Tomato juice beer sounds like a true alcoholic hangover medication. Tomato juice beer. Ooh. I wonder. I mean, it's fruit, technically, so you could do it. I wonder how that would work. You'd have to do something to, like, flavor it or sweeten it up, I imagine, because that'd be pretty odd, I think, once it was fermented. Oh, wait, this is a thing, Renegade? Wait, did I miss this part? Oh, Beer Stud's giving me shit. Well, it tastes like alcohol. It does, but it does have a very sweet, appley taste to it. Doesn't, yeah, it tastes like alcoholic. The like the Welch's sparkling grape stuff. It tastes like alcoholic sparkling grape juice. If it were apple, it still tastes like alcohol. But it's kind of dangerous because it kind of tastes like apple juice. It's like the what is it? Pabst hard coffee stuff that they have in the little cans. Um, that stuff's really dangerous too. And I mean, not because it's like heavily alcoholic or anything, just because it tastes like yoo-hoo. So you can drink it. It doesn't really taste like alcohol, but 4 or 5 of those in, and you're in pretty good shape. Oh, the Budweiser Clamato beer. No, that's not good. Now, hold on. The best one that I've had here in the States is a Sol, S-O-L, Michelada, which is a Mexican beer. And they make a Michelada beer, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But I will say, The ones that I got in Mexico, and this is not the authentic micheladas like at a restaurant, but the uh, the ones that you can get in the stores down there in Mexico are actually good and they taste great. If you're into that kind of beer, Bloody Mary kind of thing, they're actually really tasty down there. I don't know why all the ones up here suck, but they pretty much do. And I've only found that Soul Michelada once, and that was at a specialty store. So, never seen it since. The old 211? Oh, and I forgot to mention this earlier. Our boy Mark is running for alderman up in his neck of the woods. So I highly doubt any of us are neighbors with him in his district or zone or whatever they call it. But I think we got to give Mark some props for doing what a lot of us probably should be at this point, which is attempting to, jump in and put some voice of reason into any level of government that we can reach. So I hope, for your sake, Mark, that everything goes well. And I mean, it would sound like, at the very least, it'd be a super part-time job, if not a full-time job. I don't know what the responsibilities of an alderman specifically are, but I'd like to think that you could quit working and do that full-time and kind of change up your pace a little bit. So my hat's off to you, sir. I fully support it, even though I can't vote for you. If there's anything that I can do, if you need a graphic for a sign or anything like that, some kind of design or an advice or anything, um, drop me a line. You know how to reach me, and I'll try to help in any way I can. But yeah, more Americans need to step up regardless of what you think. Left, right, who fucking cares at this point? We need more regular people stepping into the fray to try to not steer but guide this government to something that is a semblance of what it is supposed to be, and we have strayed so far away from. So again, my hat's off to you. That's not. It's like is akin to becoming a police officer at this point. That's it's a hard decision to make, and I salute you for making that jump. That's not an easy thing to do. I've had people that I knew run for offices, and the guy's actually running for mayor again of Dayton, in fact, and he was running very, not very hard, but he was running back in like 2011, 2010. He was running as far back as then, and not getting any traction really. But I mean, he's kept at it, and it sounds like this year he's actually got uh, kind of a shot, and his name's been kind of out there for a while. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully. And he seems like a good guy from all of my interactions with him. He seems smart and educated, and at the very least, he's gonna try to leave it better than when he found it, and we'll see what happens there. It's just some of these politicians that are politicians for the sake of the position, the prestige, and the power. I mean, they gotta go. They gotta go. I mean, like, a lot of people really glaze over, and regardless of what the fuck you think about him, the fact that Trump gave away his salary, which again is at that point it's not something that he needs, right? But you can pretty much guarantee once you've been president, like, you're going to be pretty much set for life, right? Even if you weren't a millionaire before you go into office, like, all the perks and the benefits of the job and the Secret Service detail and the speaking engagements and all the other things that you can do after you leave office. You're pretty much guaranteed to be financially solvent, living a good life after being elected president. So why the fuck do we pay them? I know it's not much. It's what, like $250,000 a year, or every, yeah, it's a year or something like that. It's in the grand scheme of things, it's an underpaid job. But like, why do they need it? They're gonna be fine. They have everything they need provided for them. So he did the thing that, like, literally nobody, to my knowledge, had ever done, which was gave the money back to departments and places in the government and charities that needed the money. He would divvy it up. And everybody glazed over that a lot. Like, everybody just kept trying to trash him for whatever. And again, regardless of what you think about him or his policies or anything of that nature, like, that gesture, I think, means a lot, regardless of how much he's worth or whether or not he needed the money. I almost think that, like, we should, like, the president shouldn't be a paid position. You're gonna be fine. While you are there and doing the job, you need nothing. So why are we giving you any money at all? I mean, it's a moot amount compared to what you had to spend and raise to get in the office in the first place. So what's the point? Like, yeah, like, I mean, it's only like what, like $1 million every 4 years or whatever it is. But yeah, fuck, like, we don't need to pay you that. Give it away. Put it in somebody else's budget. Like, do something. And that could be a thing going from here forward is, the president puts his uh, salary, I guess you would call it, into the funds that he thinks need more attention. Think of it as like a charity for, somebody didn't pass a budget for the parks department. Okay, well, they suck and I don't agree with that, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to give you $250,000 that, you wouldn't have otherwise had, in lieu of your legislation not passing for a budget increase or whatever have you. Just, we need more selflessness. I mean, this whole thing's fucked anyway. And we're going to hell in a handbasket one way or another. Like, I don't even know if we can stop it, but at least we could mitigate some of the damage by reasonable people going into these positions. Like, talk it out, to have a conversation, something. There's no talking anymore. Everybody just argues back and forth, or their mind's already set before they have a conversation. It's just ridiculous. I'm going back to my apple beer. And oh man, that's so good. Tools and trash in the house. I have not yet redesigned the studio, but rest assured, when I figure out how to hang t-shirts on my wall without putting holes in them, I will do so. And your beautiful shirt that I do still sometimes wear until it goes up on the wall will be on full display. I'm going to rearrange some things. The divorce is final. It is my birthday. I'm drinking. I'm having fun. The divorce was finalized today, legally, and so hopefully going forward I can stress about all the other bullshit a little less and focus on the important things like YouTube live streaming, right? Because that takes paramount. And try to get back to making some videos. Like, my revenue is still, decent, but it's not near as high as it was when I was making videos. It's dropping, which is fine. It's not the most important thing in the world, but it is nice to have something coming in to the channel periodically. Anyhow, I don't even know what time it is. It's only 10 o'clock. It's only 10 o'clock? Man, how did I ever used to live stream for like 3 and 4 hours? Uh, man. Yeah, I guess me and the wife didn't get along that well. Anyhow, we have some things. We have the Master Mechanics half-inch drill kit with charger, 2 batteries. We're going to give this away. Tools and trash, you have not been paying attention for the last 4 months, somewhere in there. You suck. I hate you. Kidding. But yeah, we obviously I'm in a fucking apartment. What do you think this is? My office? I'm not that rich. Yeah, I don't have a garage anymore. That's why you haven't seen any videos from me. It's really hard to do tool reviews when you're not doing any actual work. If you're an honest YouTuber, which I am. So, we're going to give away first the Master Mechanic. I'm going to close my eyes so I can't see the chat. There's, I think, 7 of you in here. So, if there's 7 of you... Okay. We're going to go through, my eyes are still closed, we're going to go through, and I'm going to give you a number, or I'm going to pick a number, rather, between 1 and 50. Okay? So, then I'm going to pick the number, and you guys can start guessing now, but at least until I tell you that you're wrong, because I'll run down the chat of the numbers. Until I tell you that you're wrong, you probably shouldn't guess again. So start thinking of your numbers. I'll think of mine. I have one. Okay, so I have the number. I'm going to open my eyes. I'm going to start reading the numbers. I'll go from the top to the bottom. I'll tell you if you were wrong. If you were wrong, you can guess again, but of course if somebody's already guessed that before you, then I'm going to get to them first. So it's in your best interest to try to guess something different. And here we go. Okay. Backwoods guess 17. That's not it. But man, that was close though. That's in the ballpark. I was I was hoping it wouldn't be the first one, but that's a dead giveaway because March 17th, my birthday. Yeah. Okay, so 17 is not it. 33 is not it. 37 is not it. 31 is not it. 13 is not it. 22 is not it. 16 is not either. 20 is not it. 20 for Larry is again not it. We're getting there. We're definitely in the range. 19 is not it. 28 is not it. Oof. 15 is not it. Okay. Wow. Maybe I should have made it a tighter window. 19 is definitely not it. 14, 18, not it. 25 is not the number. Whew, we are dancing around it. 27! Holy shit! Mark C for the win. My number was 27. Who was it? Yeah, Tools and Trash guessed 28, and I thought for sure he would come back with something smaller. So, okay, Mark C won it at 27. That was the number. So Mark C will get the Master Mechanic drill set, which, if you wonder, can be interchangeable with the Bauer. You just need to do a little bit of work. So then, the next thing we will do, How do we do the next giveaway for the Bauer drill? Is the drill even in here? No, it's back on my table. Ooh. Okay. There are 50 states. Okay, well, we're not going to count Puerto Rico. We're going back with the so-called original 50. So the continental U.S., Alaska, and Hawaii. I'm going to think of a state, and you guys guess states. Same pattern that we went through before. Start guessing states you can abbreviate. We will use abbreviations so that you guys can type faster. Let me think of a state. And I have it. I have a state. So let's guess states now for the Bauer drill. Mark, it has been a minute. Message me your address. Either email me or Instagram me or Facebook me, whatever you need to do. Okay, Texas is not it. Backwoods. So let's keep going, guys. Guess states for the Bauer drill kit with battery and charger and carrying bag. Ohio, not it. Wyoming, not it. FL, Florida. No, not it. Oklahoma is not it. Maine is not it. Indiana is not it. Pennsylvania is not it. Iowa is not. Vermont, Colorado, not it. Kentucky, South Dakota, Maine is not it. Vermont, not it again. Rhode Island, not it, even though that's a small one. That would have been a tricky one. Alaska, not it. Iowa, not it. Washington, not. Georgia, not. Running out of states. Michigan is not it. North Dakota, not it. California, no. Illinois, no. Chief Shade Tree, good to see you. Rhode Island, not. Nebraska, not. California, Louisiana, Nevada, not. Missouri, not. I'm waiting on it. It's got to be on the tip of somebody's tongue. What was that? Florida, not it. Hawaii, not it. Illinois, still not it. Arkansas, not it. Ooh, somebody's about to get it. I know. North Carolina, not it. Twice, not it. Georgia, not it. Man, I picked a good one. Alabama, no. Mississippi, no. Indiana, no. Illinois, no. Oh, somebody's got to get it. South Carolina, no. Georgia, no. Kansas, no. North and South Carolina, no. Ooh, Kentucky, no. Been guessed already. Massachusetts, no. New Mexico, no. Arizona, no. New Jersey, no. Come on, somebody's got to get this. New Mexico, not it. Kansas, not it. Montana, New Mexico again, not it. Oregon, no. Washington, no. Come on, guys. It's got to be on the tip of somebody's tongue at this point. Michigan, Tennessee, no. Wyoming, no. Washington, no. Hawaii, still not it. Nevada, not it. I'm guessing that's West Virginia, beer stud, and that is not it either. You guys are forgetting one. It's real important. Delaware, West Virginia, Rhode Island, nope. Virginia, nope. Pennsylvania, nope. Wisconsin, how? Oh my God, I can't believe nobody's got it yet. New York, no. I wouldn't choose a Democrat haven for my pick. Kidding me? I wouldn't live there or choose it for a giveaway. Alabama, no. Alaska, no. Kansas, no. How in the hell has nobody got it yet? Pennsylvania? This is amazing. I really thought somebody would get it like in the first 5. This is cool. Washington, nope. DC is not a state, Mark, Mr. Government. Come on, guys, think about it. We were right there. We were running along, and then everybody just jumped all over the place. Somebody's got to have it sitting in the back of their mind. Maine, no. Alaska, no. Idaho! Chief Shade Tree Scott Dungeon. Yeah, Scott Dungeon. Got it with Idaho. Okay, so I will, hold on, I got to pull up the video so I can actually comment, Scott, and you can also see it on any of my videos that I've posted in the last like 2.5 years. I will put my email. Hold on, I gotta turn the sound down because it's gonna. Come on, load up. There we go. I will put my email in the chat. You could also follow me on Instagram. I also have a Facebook page, but this will probably be easier. Okay, so there is my email in the chat. So you can just send me your address to my email, and I will send out the Bower Drill kit to you. And you are new here, or newer, or you changed your name, and I don't know. But I definitely appreciate you stopping by. We don't get a lot of new people from time to time. Depends on what's going on, so definitely appreciate you stopping by and participating in the giveaway. We try to do them pretty often. It is also my birthday, and I'm drinking, and have been drinking for a little while. Why do I feel like the cherry is going to probably be the pinnacle. It's either going to be the cherry or it's going to be the peach. So I'm trying to save those. I think we're going raspberry next. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going raspberry. These would be really good, like, if you used them for cooking. Or at least the apple would, because it's so sweet. This would be really good with, like, a pork chops or a pork roast. I bet it would give it a great flavor. So, yeah. Send me an email to the email that I sent there. And copy that and send me a quick email. I'll get it. I'll let you know that I got it. And then we'll get that sent out. I should be able to send all this out tomorrow. So, Mark, make sure to get me your address for the Master Mechanic drill set. And then, Chief, get me your address so I can send you out the Bower. And we will get that done. See, it's not that bad. I even thought about, and I talked to you guys about this last time on the stream, I thought about doing just like a kind of changing up the videos on the channel and just doing like a free tool Friday video and try to do something every week where I just do a video on a tool and send it out to somebody on each video. I don't know. I got a bunch of ideas. I haven't executed any of them yet because I've been so busy. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks / month or so. Hoping that now that all the craziness is for the most part over, I can kind of focus and get some things going. All right, Tools and Trash, thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. Guys, Tools and Trash is up to I think he's almost at 1.6 thousand subscribers. He's working up there and still making great videos, much more often currently than me. So if you are not already subscribed to Tools and Trash, get over there and subscribe. Check out his channel. And his videos are valuable in that he will buy something and suffer through a horrible tool so that you don't have to. I mean, I know in some cases he's buying stuff that normally he wouldn't. And he's buying it, he's giving it a fair shake, he's using it, and then he'll tell you whether or not you should waste your money. And in a lot of cases, based on his reviews, you really shouldn't waste your money on some of these things. So I know he saved me from a couple of bad purchases, one or two that I made, before he made his video, and so then the yolk's on my face, but that's my own fault anyway. But yeah, he does great videos, and I've been a strong supporter of his since the beginning of his channel, pretty much. And yeah, I can't say enough about it. Buy his merch, buy a shirt. You're not a real tool tuber if you don't have a Tools and Trash shirt. I mean, come on. Of course you are, Renegade. Of course you are. Oh, wait, I already pulled it out. See, here I go, trying to drink too many beers at once. Now, they're kind of small, but I'm trying to judge because I just finished the apple. It's small. I don't think the alcohol content is, like, detrimental. It can't be. It's probably, like, if I had to guess, it's probably in, like, the 5-6% range or so for it being, like, a small bottle. I mean, it might vary on the different ones, but it should be okay. I don't think I'm going to. It's nothing like 12 or 16% where I'm going to fall over. And that's got a really good color to it. Obviously, with being the raspberry. Oh, it smells really good too. Oh, shit, yeah. Okay. All of these are going to be really good. Kind of glad I bought these for my birthday. That's really nice. I'm going to keep the bottles so I know what I drank, because that's really good stuff. So yeah, I just started a channel. I only have 2 subscribers. Well, guys, if you want to see what Chief Shade Tree Scott Dungeon has in store for us, get on over there and subscribe to his channel. It can't hurt anything. And then we at least get to see what he's got going on. So I will. How do you spell chief? C-H. Chef? Oh, it's Chef? What the fuck? Chef? You should have corrected me. Chef? Shade? Tree? Scott Dungeon. That's, man, you got to work on the name. That's a lot to remember. Yeah, it might behoove you to attempt to shorten it. Just a small suggestion. It's hard to type into search, but hey, you at least come up. But I will say, wait, now, when you come up, you just come up as Scott Dungeon. But then, okay, when you get to the channel, it comes up as Chef Shade Tree Scott Dungeon. Okay. Alright, well, 3 subscribers now. Boom. Hold on, let me switch over so you can see. Guys, here it is. His channel, 2 subscribers, 1 video, 8 views, 2 days ago. He's got a 2004 Dodge Durango that's flipping 300,000 miles. Holy shit, 300K? And it's a Dodge Durango? That says something. Or at least the odometer switching. Has the motor ever been changed? That's interesting. That's very interesting. But yeah, man, YouTube's a big place. There's room for all of us. For sure. I will do this. Oh, wait, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the video so I can actually comment because all my streaming software, it like wants me to log in to comment, and that's never really worked for me. So okay, guys, there you go. Links in the chat. That's Scott's channel. Um, I'm assuming it's Scott. That's what I'm going to call you now instead of Chief, instead of Chef. So yeah, that's Scott's channel there. One video, but we all know how that was, right? A lot of us have channels, not all of us, but a lot of us, Scott, do have channels, and it's it's tough. First video, man. Oh God, I remember mine. Oh, it was so horrible. I shot it like my dumbass went out and bought like one of those little like Chinese GoPro knockoff things, thinking that somehow that would be better than my cell phone. Because at the time everybody was using GoPros to shoot videos, so I was like, I have to have a GoPro. And oh shit, I'm doing the infinite screen thing. Hold on, my bad. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so I bought like a Chinese GoPro, thinking that would be better. And I will say it. Okay, it was pretty bad, but it wasn't horrible. It's not like the video quality was inherently bad. It just didn't have image stabilization. The microphone wasn't like super great. But for like 40 or 50 bucks, I mean, there are some uses. I still have them. I just don't really use them. If I needed like some action shots of like a wheel turning, I would for sure duct tape that thing to the wheel well of my car to get the shot. So it does have its uses, but for what I was doing with it, it was shaky. It's the fisheye lens. It was pretty bad, and thankfully, after a little bit and a little bit of research, like everybody was just like, "Oh, use your phone," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, my phone on my camera is not that bad. Like, why didn't I think of that?" And that's what I started doing for the longest time. And then now what you're seeing me on here, that I haven't shot too many videos with either, but I have shot some, is a Canon 80D DSLR camera that I have hooked up right now as a webcam. But I have shot some videos and things with it. So, over time, you can get to upgrade and do some things. But for most intents and purposes, a cell phone is your best friend. Like, quite literally. Just remember to turn it sideways so that you get landscape mode, and you're going to be in really good shape. Dude, okay, Scott, you said I made a tool cart tour video today and I don't like it. Let me explain something to you. Is Bill gone? I think Bill's gone. It doesn't fucking matter if you like it. Go back and look at some of my first videos. I haven't taken anything down off YouTube. It's all still there. I fucking sucked at first. It was horrible. You think I'm rambling now? It was worse, and it was just bad in some cases. I mean, some of the information was good, but in general, like all of my videos are horrible. But guess what? My second video ever was a video on how to clean car carpet, your carpet, with shaving cream. It was shot horribly on one of those Chinese GoPros. It's like 2 minutes long. It's horribly edited. The video, the lighting sucks. Just the audio's horrible. Everything about it sucks. But guess what? It's still one of my top viewed videos. That one caught wind and it went somewhere. Okay. Now that's not to say that that's necessarily going to happen to you, but the point is, it doesn't matter. You need videos. YouTube is not going to respond to your channel until, oh shit, did I just, oh, hold on, I gotta check something. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm good. I thought I killed some program on my computer that I didn't need to kill. YouTube is not going to push out your channel at any level until you prove to them that you are a consistent content creator. Because so many people come to YouTube and they're like, oh, I'm going to post videos. And they post like 2 or 3 videos and then they never post again because their videos aren't getting views. So you really need to post like whatever you can for a substantial amount of time. I don't know what that time frame is. It depends. It's different for everyone. But you need to do that until YouTube goes, okay, this dude is posting car and tool videos, 2 a week, 1 a week, 1 a month, whatever, for however long. Okay, this is obviously an up-and-coming car or tool channel. That's what you have to do. It doesn't matter that your video sucks. It really doesn't. My first videos sucked. Renegade's first videos were actually pretty good because somehow he did his pre-planning, but like not everybody's videos are good. Actually, most people's videos suck at first unless you've already had channels before or you did a ton of research ahead of time. They're always of a subpar quality. Like that's all across the board. So just put out the video. Do not worry. Like at this point, I mean, don't like spam shit videos, but like, I mean, I'll go as far as to say if you have a half decent idea and something half decent to say, make a video. If you have a tool and you have thought about it and you want to tell somebody to either buy it or not buy it or a feature that they didn't know it had or whatever, make a short, even a short video on it. Whatever you got to do, just get some videos, post more videos. That's the only thing you need to be worried about right now is just building a base. And then as people see it, as people come in, as YouTube starts pushing you out more, you'll gain more and more subscribers. They'll come back and watch your videos. At some point, they'll tell their friends, or YouTube will start pushing you out more, and it'll grow and it'll grow. But all of us started there, man. Don't worry about what your videos look like yet. You can worry about all that when you actually have 50 subs to attempt to keep. Right now you have, at least at my last count, 3. So don't worry about that. Just put out the videos. Right now the content is the important thing, not necessarily the quality. And then worry about the quality once things start rolling. No, your first video was actually pretty good. I'm not saying it was like super polished. It's not like, YouTube gold or anything, but you seem to be more put together. Your camera work was better. Any editing that may have been done in that video, which I don't think there was a whole lot, but yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you were light years ahead of me where I was when I started, and most people, when they started Renegade, you did like a pretty good, solid thing. I actually was kind of half convinced when I stumbled across your channel that you might have already done like another channel, like it might have been your second attempt or something, because you seemed like you had a little more forethought when putting things together than what I see from most people. I mean, some people, like, this is why I only watch videos. I don't know what that means, Bill. I hope it's not an insult. But that's kind of the point, is that, like, Dano, me sometimes, I know some other people, we just like hit record. Like, we got something to say, we got a tool to talk about, whatever. We just throw it up, we hit record, we do it. Some people like it, and it goes. But Renegade, you had a much more concise and methodical kind of outlook, it seemed, to your videos from day one. That's kind of the same thing with Tools and Trash that we were talking about earlier, and that was here earlier. His format hasn't changed a whole lot. And there for a minute, he was getting a little fancy into his editing, but then he's kind of stepped it back a little bit, I think, in recent videos. But he's kind of back to his base of just like turn on the camera, talk about the tool, not a lot of scripting, not a lot of anything else, just kind of going over it. He might edit like a little bit in there, but it's pretty straightforward. But his quality has always been about the same. It's kind of the same thing that I'm talking about. Like, you can tell there was thought before the process of recording. Like me, my first video, I was talking about buying cars from the insurance auction, because that's theoretically what the whole channel was pretty much geared around when I first started it. And my first video, I just like literally like went out there and just hit the button, hit record, and started talking. And like there was no script, there was no nothing. Like the camera's all shaky, like I'm moving too much, like back and forth, and it's it's not super cool to watch now. I mean, at the time though, I will tell you this. At the time, I can't remember if I don't think I edited that video. I think it was one take, but I remember watching it and thinking like, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is great. Yeah. Click, upload. Like, let's get it out there. And I remember thinking that. And now when I look at it, I'm like, holy like, I can't believe like the information is still good if you close your eyes and you listen to what I'm saying. It's not that bad of a video. But if your eyes are open and you're watching the video, you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing with this camera? This $10 camera that he got out of his kid's toy box or something. Like, it is pretty bad. But again, my second video was shot with quite literally the same quality, and it's still, hold on, I'll get there. We're going to find out. I haven't been to my analytics page in a while. Channel videos. I hope the stream is coming through pretty good. Because I'm mining cryptocurrency, which not all of you are going to understand necessarily what that means. Oh, I don't want to filter it. I want to stop. I want to, filter by title, views. Yeah, let's filter by views because it's going to be 500. No, not 5,000. 500. Apply. Should come up with the top one. Oh no, of course it doesn't. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find it. Shit, I have a bunch of views. Okay, so let's go. 2,000. Apply. Okay, so only videos over 2,000 views, right? Okay, here we go. Boom. We're gonna, I don't think this is gonna copy strike me, but here we go. We're gonna go desktop main screen. So this is my second video ever. If you're still watching, Chief Scott, this is my second video ever. If you look really close, you can see like the cutout from the trying to Photoshop the shaving cream into the thumbnail. And I was still doing that like YouTuber, like clickbait kind of stuff, but cleaning carpet with shaving cream. It's real short. It's like 2 minutes. But you can see so we're going to see what shaving cream will do. Alright. Okay, guys, just in case you're wondering how much I'm using, I'm covering it with a good generous coating all the way around. And then I started scrubbing with this scrub brush. It seems to work better than a sponge. So we're going to scrub this now and see what it looks like. Alright, guys. This is what it looks like after I scrubbed it. I still see some discoloration, but for the most part, I mean, it looks better. It definitely got the matting out of the carpet. So I don't know. I mean, is it a complete failure? I don't think so, but I guess time will tell. I want to wait for this to dry, so all the white kind of goes away. I think that'll give me a better idea of what stains are still left, but I mean, I think it did a decent job considering it's like $1 can of shave cream. It's a little messy, but it seems effective. Alright, we'll check in later when it dries. Alright, guys. So it's been like 2 hours and the garage is cold, but it's dried for the most part. Now, I still see some discoloration as I'm looking through the camera. It looks worse on the camera. You guys find that easy to believe? It actually looks really good. And the carpet's like, got that fuzziness back, like it took all that matting of the dirt out of it. Obviously, I might still do like a little bit more to see if I can bring it back to life a little. But, yeah. Okay, so that's my second video, Scott, and you can see the fluorescent lights causing the camera to flicker the whole time. I keep saying "all right, guys" at the beginning of every clip. Like there's just a whole bunch of cringe to me watching this, but it's got 9,606 views since March 25th, 2018. So it's almost 3 years old here in a few days. Holy shit! My channel 3-year anniversary is coming up then. Or actually, it's probably already passed. It was probably the beginning of March. But, yeah. So, yeah. Like, that's my second video. It's 2 minutes and 32 seconds. It is edited, which is amazing. Albeit badly. All the camera angles suck. Like, and I still stand by this, though. The carpet looked worse through the camera than it did in person. The camera caught a lot more discoloration than the naked eye. You can choose to believe me or not. There's only a few people left in here. But I promise you, like, it didn't even look that bad to the naked eye. To the naked eye, it looked pretty much like, you know, brand new carpet. But yeah, that's my second video, and it's horrible, but it still gets views. I make money off of that video. If I can go back. No, it won't go back. Let's see. Go to analytics. Just to give you an idea, Scott. Overview. $15.57 in the last 28 days. And if my computer, like I said, I'm mining cryptocurrency with the computer. So and I'm live streaming, so it's a tad slow. I have made $37.01 in the lifetime of this video. But the caveat there is I've only been monetized to make money on the video since August of last year. So 2020, August, somewhere around in there. So I've only been making money on it for less than a year. So in reality, I would have made slightly more. And you can see here that even though it's my second video and it was horrible, I've gotten 12 subscribers from the video. Watch time, engagement, all that stuff. But yeah, like you know, for what I spent on it and the time I spent on it, $30. I mean, honestly, I can't say it's too bad. I tried to shoot another version of this video, like an updated, better one. Better is a very loose term, but that hasn't taken off yet. So, I mean, I'm still happy with it for now. But yeah, that's just it goes to show you, you never know. Like that's still probably in my top, I don't know, 10 or 15 videos, and I've been making videos for like 3 years. So, like, don't discount your early videos. They could be horrible, and people understand that. But if the information is good, or there's value there, it could still do very well for you. And to think, like, what would have happened if I would have deleted that video after a year? If I would have been embarrassed and said, no, 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 I'm gonna delete it because it's bad. No, like I was like, like it's there, whatever. I don't care. I'll leave it up. And then when I actually started making money, look, I'm making money off of the video. It's only at this point $30, but it is one of the #1 rated videos for quote unquote shaving cream cleaning. So, depending on the exact search results and how Google feels at the time and all of that, it's one of the top videos and always has been. Yeah, I saw something like that you said that you passed 300 subs and you had some that watch time milestone. I did see that. I may not be commenting on everything, but I try to get around the socials and check around. I will say my Instagram has fallen wayside. I do hop on there from time to time and check notifications and things, but obviously I haven't been posting that much. It's rough. Yeah, so man, just like I said, Scott, just make videos. Whatever you can do. My #1 video, everybody else is tired of hearing this, but you haven't heard it yet. Everybody else has heard, but my #1 video currently, last I checked, I'm pretty sure still right now, is a video I made 4 minutes in a McDonald's parking lot on how to reprogram keys and key fobs in quote unquote most GM vehicles of that body style and time frame. And that thing's got, I don't even know how many views. Last I checked, it was over 60K. It's pretty much the backbone of my channel's monetization. I get probably about $60 to $70 a month, somewhere in there, probably from that video alone. And I shot that on the fly in a McDonald's parking lot while I was waiting for someone to meet me. No, not for a drug deal. And like I didn't think much of it. And it was like 6 months or 8 months later, the video just took off. Like people started watching it. It became like, okay, yep, this works, and this guy knows what he's talking about, and this works, and and it's now the #1 video for that search result. So if you're looking up how to program keys and key fobs, it's going to be in like the top 10. If you put GM in there, it's the top video every time, and it gets a ton of views consistently. So, and that was still honestly pretty early on. I want to say that was in like the first year. No, maybe not the first year. Definitely the first 2 years of the video. Like I still wasn't doing like high quality stuff yet. And yeah, like it was like almost just a video just to make a video, just to put something out on the channel. Obviously, it was still car related, but it was almost just, for the sake of making content. I didn't even think it would do that well. And here it is, it's my #1 video and it's made me hundreds of dollars. So you just never know, man. You just gotta make it and throw it out there and see what happens. And you'll figure out what works and what doesn't, and whatever works and whatever gets more traction, do more of those kinds of videos. It's a process, and we're all here for you, man. Just, I do live streams mostly every Wednesday for the most part. Next time you come in, I mean, obviously, I'm sending you a tool, but next time you come in, I'll throw you a blue wrench and you'll be a moderator, which is more of just a kind of a status thing than anything. But yeah, because we don't get a lot of riffraff in here, at least yet. If I ever blow up, then you guys will be in high demand. But yeah, it is. It's just really about making content. Like even me, and I'm. A lot of people think I'm pretty big or whatever. I still think I'm definitely small, but like I look at guys here like the other guy commenting around you, uh, Renegade's Garage. I look at guys like him, and even early, very early on in Renegade's YouTube career, he was getting tools sent to him left and right. Why? Because he was asking the right people for promotional type products for whatever he could get. Like he obviously put in more footwork. Me, when I was a small channel of his equivalent size, I wouldn't have even dared ask anyone for anything because, like, I guess I didn't know. I didn't think anyone would do it. I insert every possible reason here, but he was not afraid to. And I was floored by the amount and the brand names of some of the videos that he had sponsored because he had the gall to actually like email them, message them on Instagram, whatever, and get a hold of them and see if they had anything. And I'm not saying any of them were like super high dollar, life changing tools for him to review and promote, but they were high quality tools, and in some cases, like top brands um, that he was getting. So I even commented on that, and I've always made the joke that he's the free tool channel because every time he seems to make a video, he's got another sponsored product. Like he's already killing me in product sponsorships just because he went on that out on that ledge and tried where I was afraid to. So it's crazy, man. Everybody's journey's a little different. You gotta reach out, try, experiment, see what you can do, but making content, just get stuff out. That's what's important. Just make videos. You'll get better as you go. You will improve. You will fix mistakes. You'll do better camera work. All that stuff comes in time. Right now, it's all about practice. Get something out there. Make a video. Do this. And then, who knows? Later on, once you get your feet wet a little bit more, you come in here, we can give you tips. We can let you know what we think of your videos, that you've already posted. You're still going to post them, but we can give you constructive criticism along the way. I'm sure you'll get some in the comments section. Don't pay a lot of attention to negative comments. You're not even big enough now to, neither am I. Like, if people want to be negative, they're going to be negative. One of my best videos that I still get paid for is almost exclusively negative comments, but they're still watching the video, and I still get money for it. So you can say whatever the hell you want in my comments section. You can hate on the video, I don't care, but you watched it, and I got some form of monetary gain from it, so it's still a win-win. And I think last I checked, that video has like 40,000 probably plus views, and actually a good portion of those on that video are monetized. So I've made a decent amount of money on people hating on me or calling me stupid or whatever. I'll cry while I'm patting my tears with dollar bills. That's cool. I'm fine. So yeah, just get to it, man. Put out videos, do what you do, get an idea of what you want to do with your channel, where you want to take it. Try to, and that may change over time, but at least have an idea, like a hopeful end goal, or at least a route that you want to take, whatever. Like, have those things in place and then try to execute that as best you can. Yeah, Dano says he still doesn't edit, and I can attest to that. He still doesn't. He throws the camera up. And Dano's already passed 1,000 viewers a while ago. Did you ever get the watch time, Dano? Did you ever actually get monetized? I won't even lie, I haven't checked in a while. And I don't see ads anyway because I'm YouTube Premium. So I wouldn't necessarily know. I guess if you ever did a live stream and I caught it, I could see if there was a super chat button. Oh, did you, Renegade? Why? That's interesting. I'm curious as to why. I would not do that. There was a point in time when you could kind of bridge genres and things on your YouTube channel, and that's not to, I don't want to say no completely, but I will say it's a lot harder nowadays because, okay, let's say you put out 4 videos about cars and tools or whatever, and 4 videos on cooking, right? And let's say one of these cooking videos just takes the fuck off and you get a lot of views, and let's even say a bunch of subscribers, a couple hundred subscribers from the cooking videos. What's going to happen to those cooking subscribers when you put out 2 or 3 car videos in a row, which at some point will happen? They're going to go, what the fuck? I subscribed here for cooking videos. Now that's assuming that you're not necessarily a personality. If you're a big enough personality and you have enough charisma, you can make anything happen. I promise you. But in general, I would shun away from it. If you really wanted to do a cooking video thing, I would start another channel for it. I would try to keep them separate. As difficult as that sounds, it's going to be your best bet. You don't want to mix genres if you can avoid it. I know people that have multiple channels. I know people that have multiple channels that are like completely parallel. They're on the same topics and everything. Brad's Workbench is a great example of that. He has his Brad's Workbench channel, which is mostly geared around woodworking and tools and things like that. And then he has his Brad's Wood Turning channel, where he actually turns wood and does projects and shows you from start to finish how he creates stuff. And they're so parallel, they're so similar, like it almost would behoove him to just have one channel, but they're so separate. Because one, he's mainly talking about tools and the woodworking and things like that, whereas the other one is mainly focused around the project and creating a piece that he felt that they were different enough to start another channel. And based upon how everything's going for him, he was right. He has people that are subscribed to one channel and not the other. They really like his wood turning, but they don't really care about the tools that go into it. Or there's a bunch of people on his main channel, his tool channel, that are there for the tool information and the tool reviews and things and the knowledge, but don't give a shit about the wood turning. So it goes both ways. But yeah, I would not mix them if I had a choice. It would do you better to try to keep them separate. Now, see, okay, now that's an idea. Okay, but it would have to be done right, and it might take a while to gain traction. But you have to ask yourself, how many mechanics are going to be interested in the cooking part? How many cooks are going to be interested in the mechanic part? Again, I'm not trying to discourage you, and I'm not. This is constructive criticism. Uh, I'm not trying to dissuade you from doing such. If you did it right, and I'm already picturing it in my head, if you did it right, you could gain a following, and that could kind of be your thing. But it's going to be a longer, harder road to get there, and again, you would have to do it right. You're talking about a lot of editing here and a lot of pre-planning, right? So you would have to have a car project in mind, and then you would have to have the meal, I guess we'll call it a dish, in mind for that same thing. Now, you might be able to like record them separately if you do it right and mash them together and kind of make it work, but it would be, it's interesting, and I'm not saying that it's impossible, but that would take some proper execution. It really would. It was like, if I was watching some video somebody was doing on how to even, something as simple as changing spark plugs on a specific model of car, and then you got that wrapped up, and I got my information, and then the guy says, "Oh, I'm gonna go inside and cook tomato soup from scratch and a grilled cheese sandwich." I'm scratching my head at that point, and probably me, just an example, probably me clicking off. Now, the other thing there is, if you're, it depends. You'd have to title the videos right. It'd be horrible for the search algorithm. They wouldn't know whether to put you in mechanics or cooking. Like it, I really think it would be pretty hard to make something that actually mixed the two take off. Again, not impossible, and there's always exceptions to every rule. Um, but that's a hard sell. They're two very different worlds. Um, so that would be kind of rough. I'm not saying you can't experiment, though. You could try it and see how it does. And if it seems to respond, or at least it's stable, you're getting a couple subscribers every day or something like that, then yeah, it sounds like it's working. When you're early, when you're new, I don't know, 4 or 5 subscribers uh, every couple weeks or even every month is actually like a show of progress. So, I mean, you can try it and see how it does. And if it doesn't seem to be going well, I would delete the videos, or at least delete them off of YouTube. You don't have to delete the master copies, or edit one part or the other out, whichever one you would choose to do, whether that be cooking or mechanics, and edit the other part out and maybe re-upload the video, and try to go on from there. But yeah, that's a really tough. That's mixing two very different genres on YouTube, and I don't think they would necessarily know what to do with the channel. I think they would be confused. Alright, guys. Well, I'm almost done with the raspberry beer. I got a couple of these fruit things left. Um, Scott, make sure, if you haven't already, I haven't checked my phone, but make sure to send me an email with your address. I can get a hold of Mark anytime, so I can get his address. Me and him talk all the time anyway. Um, I'll get his address, and I will attempt, as long as I have addresses, I will attempt to either send these out tomorrow or at the very least Saturday and get them on their way. Um, Other than that, we've been on here for a while. We've given away some tools. It's what's left of my birthday for about another 50 minutes. I'm gonna hang out and drink some beers where I'm not pissing Bill off for cussing every 5 minutes, even though I'm sure he's gone already. I do, as always, appreciate you guys hanging out. Of course, things will incrementally get better as the stress lightens up now that things are seemingly moving forward. So hopefully I will get some stuff going out here soon. If not, catch me next Wednesday. Scott, I'm glad that we could uh, talk. I'm glad that you won something that's beneficial. I just like helping people, giving stuff away. Sometimes it goes to other YouTube creators. Sometimes it goes to you know new viewers like yourself. I mean, it just happens. So I do appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. I hope you take some advice. I'll be watching the channel and seeing what you put out. I will try to watch some things so I have some feedback for you. And hopefully we'll be here the same time next Wednesday. So if you can make it, stop by then and we will talk again. Guys, I will see you on the flip side. Yeah, 38 years old. Jesus. All right, guys, take it easy until next week or the next video. I will see you later. Thanks for stopping by.